Hey, hello everybody. Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a fantastic one. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to bring you some great information when it comes to real estate. All we want you to do is take it with you, make yourself better, and take off. Now, what is today's topic? Ready? Today's topic is stipulation number 16. Listen to this. Stipulation number 16 in the residential purchase agreement, which is, that's right, the final walkthrough. Now, the question is this. Is it a big thing or is it not a big thing? Is it a big deal or is it not a big deal? Ready? Here it goes. Let me paint the picture one more time. Here we go. I'm not Picasso, but I'm pretty good at making things nice and simple. Ready? Here we go. You open an escrow. You got a buyer, you got a seller. Boom. Legal and binding contract. Open escrow. Everybody's happy. Got it? We're walking through the escrow. Everything's nice. Time is of the essence. Don't forget that. So we're rocking and rolling, right? Day 1, day 2, day 5, day 10. The buyer has the right to do an inspection. Buyer has an inspection done. Buyer looks at the house and says, well, you know what, I'm digging this house, sends the inspector, and their inspector says, if I were you, you know what, I'd have them repair this, this, and this, because those are dangerous, man. These items are safety items. You don't want to live in this house if you don't repair these items. So the buyer says, you know what, Mr. Inspector, thank you for your time. We appreciate your honesty and your opinion. We're going to go ahead and request that the seller make some repairs. So the buyer does that. So the buyer goes with his agent, requests those repairs from the seller. Seller says, will do. We will go ahead and make those repairs for you. Let's just close this deal in 30 days like we agreed to. Everything's rocking and rolling. Not a big deal. Seller says it's done. Seller decides to move out early. A week early. Seller's gone. House is now vacant, but we haven't closed escrow. Buyer's excited, right? He can't wait to go in there and see all these items that are repaired. He can't wait to go in there and see his future house. So the day comes to close the deal, we close the deal, buyer gets the keys, buyer's excited to go in that house, buyer goes into this house, his new house, and it has been vandalized. Uh-oh, not good. Buyer just bought himself a house, it has been vandalized. Why? Because he didn't do a final walkthrough. So let's discuss a final walkthrough. What is a final walkthrough? Ready? Here it goes, nice and simple. Let's put it nice and simple. The final walkthrough gives the buyers the opportunity to go and review the house one more time, to go ahead and preview the house one more time before we close the deal, before he takes the deed to this house, to make sure it's in the same condition, if not better, than when he first saw it. Are you with me? That's extremely important. Why? Because it avoids situations like the one I just explained. The buyer wants to make sure, wants to verify that the property condition is the same or better than before. He wants to go in there and make sure those repairs were done. He wants to make sure there's no sudden emergency situations in this house, like new damage that wasn't seen before, like vandalism, things of that nature. Let me give you another example. Ready? Here it goes. This is actually a pretty good example as to why the final walkthrough is important. Here we go. This actually happened to my wife and I in an escrow. Listen to this. Buyer's excited. We're representing the buyers. Buyer's excited. He can't wait to get into this house, right? So per the contract, stipulation 16, the buyer has the right to go into this house 5 days prior to closing. That's key here, 5 days prior to closing. In my opinion, do it closer to 3 days before closing. Maybe 2 days before closing. In my opinion, the buyer should do this closer to the close of escrow. Maybe 2 days before close of escrow. It gives it less of a window for anything horrible to happen, and the buyer can catch it. Anyways, in this example, buyer decided to go ahead and do the final walkthrough with us. We get to the house. Buyer's excited, right? We start walking up to the front door and we notice tons of water in the driveway. We're like, this is weird. We open the front door, mother of mercy, the entire house is flooded. I mean, I'm talking the carpet is floating. It's just water everywhere. The walls are saturated. Now, luckily, we hadn't closed the escrow. Luckily, the buyer was protected by stipulation 16, where he has the right to verify the property condition. And he was able to pump the brakes and said, yo, escrow, stop. Don't close this deal. I don't want this house in this condition. Now, of course, the buyer and seller negotiated something. It got repaired. We closed the deal. But the deal is this: property condition. You want to make sure that the buyer verifies, and you yourself as a realtor, join them. Go check it out. Check it out with them with your own eyes to make sure everything is the same, if not better, than it was before. Hope this helps you out. Is it important? Absolutely important. How important? As important as it can get. Why? It gives that buyer one last chance, and you as a realtor have to drive this bus to make sure he is protected at all times, from opening escrow to closing escrow. Hope this helps. Hey, listen, have a great day. Hope to see you next week. Hey, thanks for watching this last video. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Hey, do us a favor. If you think a family member or a friend would also enjoy it, why don't you share it with them? I guarantee it, they're going to get something out of it. In addition, if you have any comments, questions, or a topic you want us to discuss, hey, leave it down in the comment section. And one last thing, if you haven't subscribed yet, what the hell are you waiting for? Do it right now. Hope to see you next week.